beautiful people.
Welcome, 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 welcome. I am Kitty LaBouffe.
Okay.
Peace and petals. Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to another episode of the S.I.T podcast. If you are joining us again, that means you like what we did last week.
Yes.
And you're back for just a little bit more.
Yes. Now, people are asking me, Sabrina, how could they support us? Because they're so excited about the podcast.
I like it. I like it.
Yes.
I like it. Kitty likes it. So on the screen, you guys, we have our Cash App.
Yep.
Which is a good thing, right? Because we donate.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to talk a little bit about that with our guest. So tonight is going to be exciting and fun. We have some amazing guests, and we will introduce them very shortly.
Mm-hmm.
But before we get into that, Kitty would like to know, why were you absent last week? You are going to get, your pay is going to be
Detention?
docked. No, your pay is going to be docked.
Oh, okay. Well, like I said, did you read the letter last week?
I did.
Okay, what did I say in the letter? I was going to be with Oprah, right? So I was with
did.
Oprah.
How did that work out for you?
It was good. I was watching her on TV.
Mm-hmm.
It ended up coming on after our show.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, oh, let me check it out. And it was really, really informative. It was good. It was about menopause. And Halle Berry was one of the people on there. So we're going to talk about that on another show because we have some amazing guests today.
Menopause?
Yeah, so we're going to have a whole show about that. Like, you know, the hot flashes I get and stuff like
I
that.
wouldn't know about that.
Oh, well, I'm sorry, Kitty. I guess you wouldn't.
I wouldn't know about
Maybe
that.
Sabrina will. But we'll save that for another show.
Absolutely.
Oh,
absolutely.
okay. So you know what? We are doing a lot of things. Look, I don't like the way I said that, but that's how it came out. But anyway, we're doing a lot of things, and I want you to share with everyone about what you're doing, as far as what you can offer people.
Absolutely. So funny. Kitty's about to take off her glasses, but anyway.
Okay.
And her gloves. So
Oh, Kitty's not gonna stay too
Michelle-
long with us.
no.
Oh, okay.
So, Michelle's always saying we're serial entrepreneurs,
Yes.
and we are to a degree, but it's all good.
Yes.
That's what we want to do. We want to be able to generate revenue, and for me, definitely tap into some of the generational wealth with my amazing bloodline.
Right. And then you're also going to tell everyone how you can assist them with their retirement health benefits and the FERS.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yes. And so, my mic matches my dress.
Ooh. Go, Kitty.
Yes. So, thank you, Michelle, for talking about retirement. So, most of you know already, and I don't see Facebook, so I can talk to my people.
Oh, before we get on to your edition, because you want to look at the people when they come out, right? I want to give a shout out to my person.
Give a shout out to your person.
My person is my baby girl. She did a wonderful job this weekend. She's a teacher, and her team came in first place at the competition for hip hop dance.
Congratulations.
Yes,
Congratulations.
yes.
That's
Now,
good.
go ahead and talk about your stuff.
All right.
to
To
get
my
excited.
Facebook friends, how are you? I'm waiting for the screen so I can see it.
Well, just tell us a little bit about the
All right, so
retirement
just so
while
you
you're waiting
guys
for the
know,
people.
and I'm going to try to move this along because we do have some
We have some
amazing
amazing
guests we
guests,
want to
yes.
get to. Hey, May. So a lot of you already know that I work for the federal government.
Right.
For the past 15 years, my role was HR. My expertise is recruitment and hiring, and also retirement and health benefits. And so I'm going to put it out there that I would really, really, really love if someone needs assistance with their retirement benefits, if they need assistance with the retirement application, if they need to talk about health benefits, please DM me. I know right now with everything that's going on in the administration, things seem a little bit scary, but they don't have to. I could help you navigate. There were two
Put them at ease a little
put them
bit.
at ease a little bit. Most federal government employees is covered now under the FERS retirement system, We used to have 2. They sunsetted one in 1983, and now they have the FERS retirement system. We can certainly go over the basic benefits. We can go over calculating your annuity. We can talk about what your benefits look like in retirement. I could help complete the entire retirement application. If there is a community, an organization or someone
You'll be able to
that
help
would
them out.
like for me to provide a presentation on federal retirements and benefits, I'm willing to do that. We can talk about the VERA that's being offered and what that means. They have the VERA where there's no money offered with it. There's VERA and VSIP where there is money offered with it. And so certainly a lot to unpack there. So if you need help with your retirement, if you want to just talk about it, please feel free to DM me.
Or they can email you,
You could
too.
email me at the SIT podcast email. Also included should be our phone number. Don't call me for anything other than retirement because I'm not going to entertain it. So if you need some help navigating that, please, by all means, feel free to reach out to me so
Okay,
that I can help
great.
you through those benefits.
Well, let me give you a round of applause. for
Woo!
that, 'cause that is wonderful. Thank you. Thank
Yep,
you, Sabrina.
I've completed retirement packages for some of the biggest executives in the federal government, so
Right. So
I'm well versed in it.
You done good.
I've done good.
Okay.
I've done good, soldier.
Good.
All right. Hey, family. Hi, Sabrina. Hi, Patricia. All righty. So, without further ado, I am going to introduce our first guest, plural. We have the illustrious Felicia and her 2 beautiful daughters, Jade and Amber. One I know personally, and I'm not going to tell y'all how.
And they're twins.
And they're twins.
Yay.
And Faye has the biggest Black-owned spa in New Jersey. That's right. So, Faye, we're going to get the camera over to you, and we're just going to ask you, tell us a little bit about yourself and how you came about the spa, and then I want to jump into your amazing daughters and how this collaboration started. So, tell us about the spa.
So, hello. My name is Felicia Williams of ReVibe Style and Spa. And yes, I'm the co-owner of the largest Black-owned spa in New Jersey, conveniently located at 1392 St. George's Avenue in Avenel, inside the Dollar Tree Plaza, soon to be known as ReVibe Plaza.
I know that's right.
And then I have my, thank you. Then I have my 2 partners here, which are also my twin daughters. We started this business. We are proud to be the owners of the largest spa that offers a wide range of wellness services, from facials to massage to yoni steams. But if you know about yoni steams, we go beyond the steam. We have people cry in the service before.
Wow.
Because it's all about releasing and letting go what no longer serves you. So we have a wide range of services, from teeth whitening, which one of my daughters provide, body sculpting, the other one provides. I could go on and on. We do lashes, makeup services. We're all set for the teens to come in for their proms and graduation pictures. If they need any makeup done or any hair styles, we also provide hair services as well, hair care. We're all set for the wedding season.
Nice.
So, yes.
Nice. So, and it's funny because it was you that I collaborated with initially to donate the prom dresses.
So I have to give kudos to my twins. They're the one who orchestrated the entire event.
That was amazing. Jade, you wanted to say something?
I did. I want to tap in. I want to give a shout out to Sabrina. She's been awesome. The moment she told me about that she had these dresses, I was like, a light bulb just went off. And I was like, we have all these girls and teens that need the support and need, our community to ride behind them and send them off in the right way for prom. So so excited we were able to do that.
That is
Yes.
such a
I'm
blessing.
just so happy we were able to bless those
When
girls.
Sabrina told me about it, I was like, where am I getting 25 dresses? Because she said 50. That means I got to get 25, and she got 25. And lo and behold, she had over 100 new dresses, prom dresses.
Yeah, and it was truly an honor to be
Yes,
able
that was
to
beautiful.
help the girls. You know, that's what we
Did
are.
they have a good experience?
They did. They had an amazing experience. We were able to also provide goodie bags for a lot of the teens that came through. Just facial stuff, pampering stuff, just things that I feel like a lot of us did not have growing up.
Ooh.
We did not have, the community to be like, hey, you might not have certain things to present yourself well into this world. So I'm glad we were able to do that for them.
Right. That's what I want
Excellent.
SIT podcast
Can
to
you
do.
give them a
Be
hand
part of
clap?
the community.
You got a hand.
Yes, let me
I
give them
love
a
it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Yes,
Because
we
it's
wanna
not
build
just
the
about us.
community,
Right. And
right.
it's not just about us. So
And give
giving
back.
back, it always fills my heart. It's so funny because I always say Michelle's love language is gift giving. I realize now mine's is acts of service. So I'm going to go back to you, Felicia. Can you tell us a little bit about your journey into the wellness spa industry? Like, how did it come about?
So I started this business. This year makes 3 years. This year makes 3 years.
Excellent.
And I started this business actually with my cousin, a family member. She actually left last Christmas. She left the business last Christmas. Her son got diagnosed with autism. So rightfully so, she took the time and said she's going to leave the business. And I was stuck by myself trying to run and operate this large space. Our inside space is 3,000 square feet with over 10 rooms dedicated to wellness. My backyard is over 4,000 square feet that we rent out for events, and we had the NAACP have their anniversary in our backyard
And
this
you're
year.
having an event coming up, right?
We're doing our Juneteenth. We had last year over 200 people. This year we're looking to do 300 people because it's our 3rd year anniversary, so that's our goal. But when she left the business, I was left, I just, no words.
Right.
I was thinking about closing. I'm like, what am I going to do? And I was like, Jesus, help me. Jesus, help me.
Call on him.
Yes. And lo and behold, Jade called me and she was like, you know what, Mom? I'm going to come uproot my life in Georgia
Wow.
and move back to Jersey. I see you're
To
struggling.
the code.
We don't want the business to close. This is our, our legacy. This is our family-owned business that we're trying to start. And she came over to Jersey without hesitation, and I've been grateful to her since. And, they're twins, so Amber, it wasn't long before she followed.
I ran like Jonah in the whale.
I know it. I
went everywhere else but home. And then I was like, okay, I'll come.
So how was that transition back for you all? Like, you were living your own lives and to just uproot your lives?
The transition is completely crazy. It was very, touch and go in the beginning, as everything is. We're setting up the business. I uprooted my business in Atlanta. I did body sculpting in Atlanta. So I wound up uprooting that and bringing it to here in New Jersey. So it's definitely been an uphill battle, but I'm so happy to announce that we are winning. So.
Wow. Excellent.
I have a
Excellent.
question for Faye. What is your proudest moment since you've been doing the spa, the business?
Growing up, me and the twins, we haven't had a strong relationship. And now I feel as though our bond is stronger than ever. We've been cultivating it. We've been putting in the work. And I would say part of my, that would be my biggest praise for my business is the unity that I have with my family and the love and support that I get from the community.
That is
So the healing was real. It brought in a connection to family. I love it. I love it. I love it. What is one wellness tip you think every woman should practice?
Amber and Jade?
Amber? Jade?
Ooh, the twins.
I think we're going to have separate
Responses?
Yes.
I
I'm gonna
love
let
it.
you go first.
I love
I
it.
feel like we're going to have 2 different responses.
Okay.
I think the biggest, sexiest thing anyone
I
can
love
do
sexy.
Yes.
is give good effort.
Right.
A lot of people don't realize that. When you go the extra mile to, at first I wasn't into it. I'm a home girl. I like to hang out. But just working on your appearance. Hair done, nails done, making sure your skin is clear, making sure you show up in the world how you feel. And show up. If you're more confident to show what you got, the world is more confident to receive it. You know, so
She
I
dropping
feel
the
like,
nuggets today.
Yes, hair done, nails done, everything did. And what about
if you
Kitty?
give the right, Miss Kitty showed up,
Miss
and
Kitty
we
showed
we
up.
peeped,
Honey.
and we match energy. I love
Yes,
that.
yes.
Kitty
Miss
LaBoo.
Look, Kitty
So,
about to come back out.
Even if you only have 20% extra, I know as women we always do a lot, but if you have 20% extra to give, you'll be surprised to see how much you receive back from just giving that extra little 20% of getting your facial done or working on your body, massage, and making sure your health is up to date. You would love to see, how much you receive of that back once you put it out there.
Right.
Yeah,
I love
a
it.
massage.
Very
good.
my goodness.
What do you have to say about
My
that?
answer is going to be shy in comparison to that gem
Oh,
that was just
wow.
dropped. So my biggest health wellness tip, I was going to go with the fitness. The reason why I have a super personal connection to this, I was about close to 300 pounds when I graduated high school. I was hitting her like on the 270 something, 280, and I feel like once I seen it and I honed in on myself, I'm like, listen, this needs to change. Things need to change. Putting that extra effort in where, okay, I got 20 minutes. Am I going to watch my show or am I going to watch my show and do walking? Am I going to watch my show and hit some steps?
Right.
Okay.
Okay, I love me a good fast food situation, but instead of going for the fried chicken, let me go for the grill. It was those little changes
Yes, that made a difference.
that kind of went right into everything else. Once I started showing up for myself physically, I started showing up for myself mentally, spiritually, and everything else combined. That's another reason why I got into body sculpting. Body sculpting was like super important for me to make women feel the way they need to feel to continue on and keep on with the progress.
Jade, you made a critical point because I'm all for self-love and healing, right? So my question to you is, you've made some amazing strides. Most people struggle to do it. So my question to you is, what was it that made you shift your mindset? What, was it a thing? What was that one thing that made you think differently?
I'm going to say this. I know this sounds very silly. Anger definitely is a motivator. And once that blood is, I'm an Aquarius. I'm Haitian. I'm a Black woman. I'm very spicy. So once that spice got into me, it kind of shifted my entire, I got mad enough to change. I got tired of, maybe, my skin discoloration, my skin, I had like extremely bad acne as well. All this was side effects for the actual problem, which was not showing up for myself.
Absolutely.
So, once I was like, you know what? I know for a fact that this could be so much better. And I know for a fact God has a different plan for me.
Baby.
So, once you got there, once you team up with him, when you team up with G.O.D., you can't really fail.
Right.
So.
And to me, it seems like a perfect place to be, right? Because what I hear you saying is you incorporated mental and emotional wellness, not just in your service, but in you. And to me, you're like a living testimony. Yeah. So I can't think of anybody who would not want to go to the spa just to make those changes. Amazing. That is beautiful. How do you, Felicia, see your spa growing? What's the big vision for it?
So, we definitely have big dreams, big goals for our spa. And we want to definitely continue to collaborate with other businesses to extend our community reach. I wear my heart on my sleeve, so I definitely love any collaboration. Like when Sabrina and Michelle, you guys reached out to me, I definitely want to pair it with you guys in any way, shape, or form, so we could extend our reach to the community.
Absolutely.
So that's one of the things that I wanted to.
And I wanted to thank you, too, for offering the spa package
for
our guests.
Oh, that was amazing.
Nice.
Yep. Yes. So give me some inspirational final words, and then I'm gonna let you plug in the facility one more time, because I think it's critical for mental and physical well-being that we take care of ourselves. We have to do it, and you guys are just like the perfect example of it. So give me some parting words before you go.
What's the party? Mom, but this is a family business, so this is my mother. You see how youthful she looks. But
Amazing. I thought you all were sisters.
Yes.
Thank you. So some parting words would be health is wealth.
Ooh.
I just recently had one of our family members pass away at age 35 of a heart attack. So take care of yourself. Get a massage, get facials. Like she said, feel good inside as well as out. Go get that checkup. Health as well. So that's what I would say would be my parting word. Wow. Did you guys want to?
And from the Hot Girl Coalition, we represent the being outside this summer delegation, whoever we're speaking to. But last final words for our part is, if you ever need a friend to start that first step, we are here. I think that's what the business turned out to be. And we weren't expecting it, where it's just like, you guys are almost just kind of getting you guys are welcome to our family. As soon as you step through those front doors, it's like, this is our family, and we're welcoming you into it. So at first it was just, oh, hey, we're making everybody beautiful, but then it ended up being everybody is taking the first step together.
I love that. I felt that too. Yep.
It definitely is. So my gracious parting word is going to be the confidence that you want to see, or that you see in other people. It's in you as well. So you just have to complete that and just go with that feeling. And once you do that, you can do anything, honestly.
Yeah, I love it. And so we're going to tell us one more time about your event, and how can people come to the spa to get some of this amazing SIT transformation.
So again, follow us on Instagram. That's ReVibe Style and Spa, ReVibe Style and Spa. We do have a few events coming up, so it will be on our Instagram. Our Juneteenth is our biggest event of the year. That's June 28th. We're offering free booths for a nonprofit organization.
Wow.
As I said, I wear my heart on my sleeve. I definitely want to extend my outreach to the community. We're having up all night sleepover at the spa. You're like,
wow.
What? Sleepover at the spa? Yes, we're having a sleepover at the spa. You could check us out on Instagram, ReVibe Style and Spa. We're having a movie night.
Wow.
We're actually, you know how they have the film festivals?
Yeah.
So we have a women's viewing film festival at our spa on the 26th of this month. So check us out on Instagram. Let's see. And then my last parting words, well, any businesses looking for a home, we actually rent out some of our suites. So, for example, if you're starting out a small business and you can't afford your own storefront, my doors are always open. Like I said, I wear my heart on my sleeve, so I want to collaborate with any young woman who's starting their own beauty business, and I'll definitely get their foot in the door.
I love that. Thank you so much.
And I just want to add one more thing.
Woo!
Faye decided also to be at her spa, a location that people can go in and register to vote.
Oh, right. Let's talk about that.
Let's talk about
So I often talk to the audience about the importance of voting. We have the primary election coming up in June, and we're not going to have a whole conversation on that today, but we will in the future. But also at ReVibe Spa, the largest Black-owned spa in New Jersey, I might add, they are going to allow voters to register at the spa to register to vote for this primary election. So thank you for that. Michelle, I think we need to give them a hand clap, because this is just awesome. This is awesome. Thank you guys so much for joining
today. You guys are beautiful.
I can't wait.
And I'm so excited about the twins, because my dad was a twin. His sister is still alive. Rest in peace to my dad. But I also have, my husband has a set of twin brothers. So I'm like, wow.
So
So
you
I'm
are
thinking maybe my
well-versed.
son or daughter would be having a twin
That
grandchild,
really
maybe.
might
So
be in
we'll
the
see. We'll see
cards.
what happens. Yes. So I love the twins.
And just so you know, I brought you guys just a small token of our appreciation. I want you to keep the light shining, and you're gonna understand what that means when you guys see what's in the gift bag. Thank you so much. We love you. Keep up the good work.
Yes.
And
Thank you.
Kitty LaBeouf will be there for her spa treatment.
Oh yes, we need Kitty all the
All
time.
day, Kitty, all day.
Thank you
Thank you so much for having us.
And so
This is
now,
live, guys.
This is so live, and this is so amazing, and we are going to get ready for our next guest. As we say goodbye to these amazing, I hate to say goodbye. I don't want to say goodbye. Like,
Well, they'll come back.
I want to go to the spa like now.
Yes. I need my massage.
Thank you so much.
Yes,
thank you
thank you
so
so
much.
much.
Mwah.
Yes, thank you guys.
Amazing.
Yes.
Amazing. All right, Michelle, how are you?
Good.
Good.
I love it. I love your
Thank
look.
you.
You look fabulous.
I feel
Yes,
fabulous.
you look like you just stepped out
Kitty.
of the spa.
Kitty LaBeouf.
Yes.
Kitty
You are
LaBeouf.
doing it, girl.
Ooh.
I love that red. Oh. The lady in red.
Lady in red. Michelle, don't take off anymore because I'm not covering you. And I'm going to dock your pay.
Girl, you was holding it down, okay?
I'm going to dock your pay.
I'm about to leave because I don't think you really need me.
I'm going to dock your pay.
No, we got a lot of fun things that we're working on together.
Me too.
We're also mindset coaches.
Me
We have
too.
our SIT podcast presents a pre-Mother's Day comedy show. That's another way you could support the SIT podcast by attending the show. Get your tickets at
Right.
SIT. What's our
Tickets in
email?
advance are $30.
SITpodcast1@gmail.com. SITpodcast1@gmail.com. So email us for tickets. There's a QR code. You can get your tickets. They're only $30, and that is a perfect way to support the SIT podcast. Saturday, May 3rd at the Firehouse in Piscataway on New Market Firehouse on South Washington Avenue.
And the donations and the events that you give and you attend and you donate to allow us to not only to continue the podcast, but bring in these amazing guests, subject matter experts. As you know, we have a pilot coming next week who's going to bring his students with him. The week after that, we're going to have a psychotherapist. Mental Health Month is in May, and she's going to really drill down on mental health and how it impacts the body. We are also, the first week in May, we're going to have a financial advisor. Rodney is coming.
Yay.
Woo! I was trying to see if we can get him on a call tonight, and maybe we will, but we'll see. But
Okay.
we have an amazing guest coming, and I am going to let Michelle do the introduction.
Yes, yes. Now, you guys know that since we started, we always shine a light on Black excellence, right?
Ooh.
So today, we are going to shine that light on Ruby Shivers. And she's actually in the studio with us. So how exciting is that? Now, just to tell you a little bit about Ruby Shivers, she's a graduate of Seton Hall University, and we have something in common. We both attended Montclair. She actually has her master's degree in education from there, and I have my BS in business from Montclair. So that's exciting. Ruby and I also have something in common where we wrote books together. Well, actually, Ruby was my first person that I knew personally that wrote a book. So I've been knowing Ruby
So
for
are
many,
you
many
saying
years.
we're standing on her shoulders?
Absolutely, we are standing on her shoulders. Yes,
That's what it should
yes.
be all about.
I
That's
You
what
love
it's all
know,
it.
one
about.
stand on the other.
Yes.
Yes.
So Ruby has been out here for many, many years. She's a transformational author, speaker, mentor. She's been on several talk shows throughout the country. I mean, the list goes on and on and on.
Amazing.
Okay, so we just want to encourage her to continue. I feel like she gave me the baton, but we're running together.
Well, yes,
I
instead of-
love
Instead of in
that.
front and
Thank
back,
you.
I think we're running together
I
now
love
because we
that.
both
Yes,
are
we
on the
are.
same platform, BCast One Radio. We're the SIT podcast, and she's unapologetically. Help me out, Ruby.
unapologetic amateur.
Amateurs.
Looking for experts.
That's
right.
right.
In Africanism.
Right, in
That's right.
Africanism. Now, when I explained that to Sabrina, she said, "Well, I think Ruby is the expert."
Oh,
I
no.
said,
I'm
"Yeah."
telling you,
said,
when I
"Yeah."
listen to
I
it,
said, "Yeah."
I'm
I
like,
said, I
well,
think
my
she
Ruby is the expert.
Yeah.
The expert looking for an expert.
Like,
I
we're looking
get
for
it.
an expert.
I
So we
get
got
it.
an expert with us today, and she has empowered countless women
Oh.
to reclaim their stories and stand tall in their purpose. Her voice is strong, her mission is clear, and her heart is pure. And so today, Ruby, we are going to give you your flowers.
Well,
You are a
thank you.
phenomenal
Thank you.
woman, and we thank you so much for your vision and your continued pursuit in looking for these experts.
Oh, well, yeah.
And can I
tell
just
you.
jump in there really quickly, because this is a real important piece. This is what folks really need to know.
Yes.
Ma
Explain it.
Ruby is the one that led me and Michelle to a podcast.
Yeah.
It was kind of like
we're
a
literally
trickle down
standing
effect.
on her shoulders, like you said.
I met Ma Ruby at one of your events.
Yes.
She was talking about her podcast. She invited Michelle to co-host with her on a podcast.
On February, the month of February.
And then she had to leave for a short bit. Michelle asked me to host with her, which was a fake ask. I just need you guys to know it. She bamboozled me.
She was serious.
You were the first guest. You were our first guest.
I wound up being
You were
the
our
first guest.
You
I
were our
didn't.
first guest.
I didn't co-host
Well,
anything.
remember now, nobody's telling us what
Right,
to do with the
right,
podcast.
right.
My Ruby was like, just do it.
Just
you know,
do
like,
it.
just
Because
get
I
in
knew
there
you
and do
could.
it.
Oh,
Well, you go, my Ruby.
I
She-
love
so
that.
she left it in good hands.
Good
How about
hands.
that?
Right.
Thank you.
So
I
we're
appreciate
here
that.
today because of you.
Right.
And so
Okay.
for that, I say thank you.
And we've
Well-
just been doing this since March.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
girls are fantastic.
yeah.
You ladies, you
So now
queens
we're-
are fantastic.
Oh,
We've been
thank
watching
you.
So
you.
now we're in April. Wow.
Yeah.
And we're doing a lot of things, my
I
Ruby. We're going to
know.
help you with your book, your children's book.
Well,
I was
thank
going to
you.
talk to you
I
about
need
that
that.
after. Because
Thank
Sabrina
you.
and I are doing publishing as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
6 steps, right?
What's the name of the other part of it?
That's
Look, we're
excellent to know. I got to get with you on
Polish Publishing.
Okay.
It's the 6 easy steps. Okay, Sabrina and I, we had collaborated on this before the podcast.
Right. You
But,
were supposed to do
we
this.
were supposed to do it by myself, but now
Right.
we're doing everything together.
that. Great.
So it's
That's
better in
excellent.
numbers, right?
Mhm.
I feel
Yes.
like we both have the same aspirations, the same heart, the same dreams, and we want to uplift the community and work together
Well, great.
and move everyone forward. And I feel like we have this platform. God giving it to us, to do
God
just
is
that.
good all the time.
yes,
It's
all
not
the
by
time.
mistake. He
Yes,
does not
yes.
make any mistakes. And he put me here for a reason with you all.
Yes.
Because I've been trying to get this children book out. This will be my first children book.
Yeah, so we
Wow.
got
And I
Wow.
ran into a lot.
Right.
I meant
Yeah.
to tell you that.
That
Yeah.
is excellent.
Excellent.
I
Yes,
got to
yes.
get with you ladies. I
Now,
gotta
Ma
figure-
Ruby, I know you're with several foundations. You were founder of ACAP, the African Cultural Awareness Program. You were a member of the committee to eliminate media offenses against African American people.
Simultab, that's
Simultab,
still going
right?
on.
And you was a supporter of the Million Man Women March.
One of the founders of
yes, one of the founders
Wow.
of that.
We are sitting with an
Icon.
icon.
That's why I said
All
my
right.
Ruby's been
I must
around.
make one correction. I wish I were, but I'm not the master degree program. I'm not a master.
Okay.
Well,
you
I was
attended
going
Montclair.
into them.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
mhm, yeah.
Well, you
I didn't
attended.
get that degree.
That's okay. You attended. So, you also was on the radio show with Monique Danielle show here.
Yes.
Many years
Many
ago.
years ago.
Yes. And so now your podcast is on Mondays as well,
Mondays at from 4 to 5.
4 to 5. So you can catch my Ruby right here.
Right, Mom Ruby
on
has her
Mondays
own
from 4 to
podcast
5.
on Monday
Yeah.
from 4 to 5. Mom Ruby, I have a question. Now, you've written and authored many books, and 5 to be exact.
5 to be exact.
right?
Yeah.
Why Shouldn't I Cry? Ode to the Black Man. Tell us about that book, because even the title is just interesting to me.
Okay, so Sabrina's going to go with number 5, so that's
Okay.
fine. And then I'm going to go from 1 to 4.
Okay.
so go ahead.
Okay. Well, number 5 it's a story behind that. In the first place, that book was released in 2020, around the time that the pandemic came through. So, I say God is always in the mix with me, trying to show me things that I don't know. When I say I'm an unapologetic amateur, take me seriously.
Right.
Looking for experts in Africanism. I distinguish that. I personalize that only because people do get that confused. When I say I'm an expert in that particular area, I mean that I'm an expert in living black. Because I live black every day. I get up in the morning, I'm black, you know, I see the racism and stuff.
Right.
But the expert in black living is a whole different keg of worms.
Yeah.
Black living means you have to know the ins out and ups and downs around how we got here. We were stolen and brought here, after which we were done all kinds of things to. We know we were enslaved.
Right.
The only difference is we have to always keep this in mind. This is where the expert in Africanism comes in. We were not only enslaved, but we were stripped. We were the only people anywhere, reading anywhere, whether it's here on earth or biblical, we were the only people who were stripped, which makes the difference. When we talk about ourselves in reference to other enslaved people, we have to know we are uniquely different. That is one of the reasons that we are in a position that seem not to be able to get out of. So what happens with that, and I go into one of my books about this, is we begin to point fingers at ourselves because we think we are the blame. Everybody else does it. Why can't you move up? Well, no one else was stripped. You know what I'm saying?
Mentally and physically.
Exactly. Right. So the bottom line is if you were stripped of everything, you stripped up your heritage, you stripped up your language, you stripped up your religion, you stripped up, everything, it had to be replaced somehow. So when that pandemic came through and I released my 5th book, Why Shouldn't I Cry? Ode to the Black Man, it was a parallel to what my thoughts were. So I used the analogy. So when I couldn't have the book signing at that time because everything was shut down.
Right.
So when it reopened, God had given me that idea because I knew it would be a little bit difficult for me to explain that title. I'm an unapologetic amateur looking for experts. So I added the Africanism on just to make it more clear. But what happened, I compare what we went through. As a matter of fact, I coined the phrase, what we went through African slave virus 401. See, I see it as a virus, and I want us to see it as a virus. So when that virus came through in 2020, we knew right away, after about a couple of months or so, that it was so different than any other virus that we had ever read about.
Right.
We knew it started killing people, and 2 million people within a short period of time, and it was just so you couldn't even go to your relative's funeral or your hospital.
was so sad.
It was just devastating.
Yeah.
So confused. So we began to were very clear early on that we couldn't go to that football player. We couldn't go to that celebrity. We couldn't go to not even a PhD. We couldn't go to the man who was the most powerful man at that time in the world, which was the President of the United States. But guess who the president was? Trump. And guess what he did? He said inject with bleach.
He said drink bleach.
Yeah,
I remember.
Basically did nothing.
So we know that he was not the one.
No.
But what it did, it shows you that it needed specific people who specialized in that specific thing.
Right.
It was so different. It was different than any other virus. There was viruses. There was the flu. There was a cold. But this virus had to be treated different. So if you think about what we
Isolation.
went through,
It caused isolation.
yeah,
Really
and
bad.
if you
It
think
changed
about what we
everything.
went through, look at that as a special virus. So which means that it's going to take special people to get to the bottom of that virus.
Right.
So that's why I say we're going to need experts in Africanism. Though, as I said, it's going to be 3 different types of people. The faith-based person who really know our history and who we are, that we are God's children. As a matter of fact, we're the first of God's children.
Yes.
So they're going to know that. Then it's going to be the historian who knows thoroughly our history from the time we were, before we were brought over here. But when we was in Egypt, in Africa, with the pyramids, the greatest scientists, the greatest this, that, and the other, the first human beings on the earth, and then brought over here and came across the Middle Passage, and then hoisted on those slave blocks, stripped of everything, our language, took our family away from us. So if you think about all those atrocities that we went through, and then after that, they would hang us. Our people couldn't cry, and particularly our men. So
And
why
this is
shouldn't
why
I shouldn't I cry? Because you notice everything that happened over here, like 9/11, every anniversary, the tears and there's crying and there's so why shouldn't we cry?
That's
So
deep.
that was the name of the book, and Ode to the Black Man just came about because at that time our black men were just being the police. Had had a field day on them, and then there was
Always.
So Ode to the Black Man, they needed some reassurance that we knew who they were.
Right.
As a matter of fact, one of the I may read it before we leave if I have
Sure.
time.
Okay. Yeah,
But the
this is all for you, Ruby.
the girl who apologized to the black man for how we have treated them, not knowing where they came from.
Right.
But it's I don't know the author, but I put it in there, and I just give. But it's interesting how we have been so affected in a lot of different ways from that period. And so when we see who we see now and point fingers at each other and say, well, that's another one of my books I wrote, then we got to realize it came from somewhere. Because if we was in Africa one way, brought over here, and all of a sudden changed another way, we got to figure something must have happened. So actually, my fifth book was supposed to be Damaged Goods Made in America, but then I did it and wrote that one. But one day I may get to that too.
Yeah, I'm sure you will, and I can't wait.
I can't wait. Let's talk about your first book. I have this book,
Okay.
Verbal Healing.
Okay.
Now, what inspired you to write this particular one, the first one that you ever wrote?
Well, I have been, I guess, since I was a kid. I remember very well when I was always shy, never wanted to speak. But I'm from the South. It was a little country church that they would send certain ones of us away for Sunday school meetings and conferences and stuff like that. Well, we would just go to be gone because I certainly wasn't going to speak. But there were kids who would get up and speak because, particularly these kids from a particular school, we was country bumpkin, so we were just put there. But these kids from Gainesville, which was considered then the city, they would be so articulate and they would speak. So we just sit.
Was this Georgia?
No, Florida.
Oh, Florida. Oh,
Lake
Gainesville,
Butler, Florida, right out
okay.
of Jacksonville way,
Oh, yeah.
But it was a little country town called Lake Butler. And so I went to this convention this particular year. I had no intention of speaking because I just never did. But it was just prior to integration, or they was attempting to try to integrate. So the question from the young folks, the convention was around them, and they had a question about, are we ready for integration? And that just kind of struck something in me. I'm saying to myself, are we ready for integration? We, the ones who've been abused, and these brutes that abused them, we got to get ready for them. So it was that thought process that was in my mind. Why would we have to get ready for someone who should be beneath us, and here we thinking they are on top of us? And that's where that their ice is colder than ours come from. That post-traumatic slave syndrome stuff. So basically, getting back to that, I was always very conscious of how we associated ourselves, how we saw ourselves, how we described ourselves, how we, whoever controlled the narrative.
Right.
So
that's basically what it is.
Yeah, that's what it is. So, and so it made me think of all the expressions sometimes unknowingly we say about each other. So I said, well, let me just kind of maybe put it in our face, see it from ourselves, and maybe we'll begin to, understand it from a different perspective.
And treat each other
Exactly.
accordingly.
So in verbal healing, the name of my first title was, We Must Reject Tired, Trite, Tasteless, and Other Nonsensical Expressions That Keep Us Damaged.
That's what you have right
But
here.
at that time, I'm much younger.
Right.
And I was going out a lot more with my book signing.
Right.
By the time I finished, if I was on a TV or radio show, by the time I finished that title, I'm just about done. So I said, oh, no, I got to shorten that. So that's why I shortened it to verbal healing. It means it's basically the same thing.
Right.
Okay.
I mean,
Now, what about number 2? Victims
well,
of
victims of confusion is pretty much self-explanatory. It's just that we are obviously victims of the confusion that have been put to us.
Correct. If you
over
don't
the
know who
time.
you are, they will tell you.
Exactly.
People will
and
tell
then
you.
you'll believe it after a
And
while.
you'll believe
over
it.
time.
Yep. I say that all
and
the
then
time.
the third one, the
Well,
quarters.
the quarter. See, I don't write fiction, but that was my only fiction. But that's a kind of heavy book if you ever get a chance to read it. And I think you'll like it. it could be a good movie because what it does, it's sort of
another movie.
Yeah.
Sabrina's working on a movie now.
Oh no, you not. See, God is good all the
Yes,
time.
He is.
It's like a little Clayton place, but it's from my place where you would almost imagine that out of a plantation, one would go someplace. So you sort of went from a plantation to a quarter environment. So that's what it was. But my dad would not ever allow us to live in the quarters. But he loved the quarter. He loved to go down there because they drank and it wanted to
Yeah.
So, but he just didn't want us there. But
Right,
there were
they was
good
having a good
people in the
time.
quarters.
Right.
You know, good people in the quarters. So I write about those people. And this protagonist is the lady who talks about, because she was out of slavery. She was the grandma. But she talks about the incidents around the quarters and how it relates back to the homeland. For some of the people,
right.
she knew they weren't bad people. They just got into bad situations.
Right.
Okay. And then the fourth one, Emotions to Live With.
Oh, now that is something. When I was a kid coming up through that little church down in Lake Butler, Florida, Hopewell AME Church, my pastor, they always was trying to good and keep us kids under control. And we were good kids, but sometimes we get in fights like any kids, call each other names, all that kind of stuff. So he would always get us and chastise us and say, no, you can't hate, you can't be jealous of, you can't. But when I would go into his service, I would hear him say, God hates sin, and God is a jealous God. And that kind of went into my head. I didn't know how to explain it. So years later, obviously, being grown, I said, now I'm going to figure that one out. If God hates sin, and God is a judge, that's an emotion. We're not better than God. We're not even as good as He. So if He can, so that's how that came about. I learned that all emotions are legitimate. All emotion you have, whether you want to admit it or not, it's just that what you do with it.
Right. And
So
you
the
have to
subtitle-
feel it.
Yeah.
Suppressing it is the bad part.
Yeah. And the subtitle is let go, let God.
That's right.
If you got the emotion to the point you know it's going to be damaging to you, not good for you, you turn it on to God. Because we all got emotion.
We do. Everybody has that dark shadow,
Yeah,
emotions,
yeah.
And we all do.
Yeah.
Now, where can we find all these books?
Well, that's a good question.
Hi,
I'm trying to
Chris.
find some of myself, but you're all going to help me since you're in the business.
Yeah.
Now, the last one obviously is you can get it in any bookstore, Barnes and Morrison, and
Barnes and Noble.
I'm Barnes and Morrison, Barnes and Noble, and the other one I have. The yellow one, Verbal Healing.
The first one.
I have those myself. You can get those from me, and the other ones I got to establish.
Okay,
in
so
order
we got a little work to do.
Got a little.
I
work to
love
do.
it. You know what? Can I just say something? I am honored to be in your presence. I love the history lesson. I love your way of thinking. And oh my God, I cannot wait to read all of these because
She gonna make a movie.
I'm impressed. What movie? I'm going to ask a question now. What movie do you have in mind
Go
now?
ahead.
so
Book. First of all,
my
she
book-
never brings her book, but
Oh.
I always bring it.
Rediscovering
She's like
Your
me, I don't-
Worth.
uh-huh.
I'm actually working with a producer to write about what drove me to actually write the book.
Oh, okay.
So it's interesting, and we meet and we talk about scenes, and it's an interesting process.
Yeah.
And I
so
can't
proud of
wait
her.
to
I
see it.
bet you
I'm
are.
hoping that my birthday this year, when I turn the big
Don't
6
say
oh, the big 6-0,
This
that
movie
it will be
said
my
don't tell
birthday
your age.
present.
She's
Tell
still
her
a baby.
about-
She's
not
still a
tell her
baby.
age.
Huh?
Tell her about why you
Tell your
shouldn't
baby.
tell your age.
I had my co-host on one night, and I forced him to ask me my age. He said, "I'm not going to ask you." I said, "Yes, you do. Ask me my age." So I forced him to be dead. How old are you? He asked, "So how old am I? How much money do you have in your bank?"
I know that's right.
But the reason behind it
But the
is
reason
because
is,
of
like
the
I tell him, I
wisdom.
say it's not that we are ashamed in this society.
Thank you.
We're not ashamed of our age at all. It's just that the age in this society connotes negativism.
Right.
You can even lose a job behind, or you don't be
Which is
invited into certain
ridiculous.
places. But in Africa, it's a whole different category. In Africa, you're revered. Age is
Beautiful.
And
beautiful.
wisdom.
And that's why
Wisdom.
I'm proud of mine.
Yes, I'm
But
proud.
Miss
I know.
Ruby,
No, we are
before
proud of ours here.
Yes,
It's
yes.
just that we cannot afford to sometimes express our age because of the negativism that
behind
is
it.
behind it.
And the same thing with mental health. We want to
Exactly.
we want to get rid of that stigma
that
as well as
stigma.
the age
Well,
stigma.
well,
We
well,
need to
can
get
I
rid of
tell
it.
you all something? I'm
Yes.
at the point in my life where I don't care.
Yeah. Oh no, you're right.
Yeah.
I just want people to know the general consensus
Yeah.
of why people don't. It's not ever that these people. It's legitimate because if you can lose something behind it, you know, that's what I'm saying. There's
Right.
sometimes you can lose advantages because if they know you're certain age, like they
right.
did with the
Discrimination.
president, right?
Yeah.
They ran around.
He like 99. Ain't nobody and a felon and everything else.
And Trump was right behind Biden. Like
Right behind-
three,
that's what I'm saying.
3 years, I think, difference.
when Biden was doing his speech, I was like, is he alive? Like
Yeah,
his
poor
eyes.
Biden.
He was better
But
than
mad love to him, yes.
but he was better than Trump. Even with
Yeah,
at his
definitely.
And
Definitely.
let's talk real quick about Cory Booker. What you guys
Oh,
think
wow.
about Cory Booker?
Did you hear that?
25 hours.
I love it.
and
Yeah.
I
4
love it.
minutes,
I
And he
love
was
it.
on the floor and he
love it,
was
love it, love it,
denouncing
love
the
it, love
fact
it.
that
Yeah.
we have a president who is
Him-
not for the people.
No.
Him,
him and-
Letitia James, they are fighting for the
Yes,
American people, and I
that's
love
what
it.
we need.
And he's a criminal. Our president is a
Convicted
bona fide
felon.
Convicted felon.
He's convicted.
He's a convicted felon. And how do you figure that one out? You know,
don't.
What do you do? Tell
You
your
just
kids?
keep moving forward
Yeah.
with your podcast.
But you
That's
know
what
what,
you do.
Miss Ruby, I want Ma Ruby, before we
Right, Ma
leave,
Ruby.
I
You say
have
Ma
to do
Ruby.
this.
Uh-huh.
You know, often we wait until it's too late, but today, if you don't mind, I would like to honor you and give you your flowers
Oh,
because
you
you
are so
have more than
precious.
deserved that.
Oh my God. No. Now I'm not a crybaby, but I tell you, that brings tears. It
Yes,
just-
you deserve it and more.
Oh my word.
SIT podcast. Be careful, Sabrina.
Yes.
Oh, look at there. All right. Okay. All right. Oh. All right. Yes. Thank you.
You're the best.
And give a quick.
Mwah.
Thank
We
you
love
so
you. We
much.
love you. We love you.
Oh, this just made my
But
day.
I have to do one other thing before we go because I know we're getting close to time. So Michelle and I have been on this journey since last year, and she is a pain in my neck, y'all. I'm just gonna put it out there. Michelle knows I hate
a
text.
good pain.
Right, but she will text me. But the
I get
funny
in good
wait,
trouble.
but this is funny. But when she texts me, right, she'll give me like a whole 6 pages of text, and I don't read them, right? But she does it anyway. And then she'll call me. She said, "Did you read my text?" And I go, "No." Well, let me tell you what I text you, and she'll break it down, which is what I really love because now I understand what she's texting me. So, but I just want to say that it has been an honor, and no matter what happens, moving forward, whether we stay together as a team or move in separate directions, whatever God has, I'm willing to do it. But I just want you to always.
Did Tyler call you?
I just want you to always continue to be a bright light because you are amazing.
Yes,
and I
she
just
is.
want to say thank you.
Now she gonna make
for
me
this.
cry.
Oh, why? Listen, that is
She
so
gonna
sweet.
make me cry.
Thank
That
you.
is so
Thank
sweet.
you.
Oh, Sabrina,
Y'all are quite a pair here, I
the
tell
love.
you.
And I think
Yes.
that's what we need to do. We
Yes,
need to support
love on each other. That's
lift
right.
each other
That's
up.
right.
Support each other in
Yes.
whatever ventures we're doing.
Yes.
We
right.
really do need people to support the comedy show.
That's right.
So make sure you guys
Not just the
email us.
podcast. The
And the podcast. Well, I'm
yes.
saying the comedy show, because of all the stress that everyone's
Right,
under with
right.
not knowing if they're going to keep
And
the
I
job,
think
this, that, and
I think
other.
that's what's happening. You
Yeah.
know, in spite of. See, we are people of grace, and in spite of what goes on with us or through us or whoever throw things at us, we bounce back. So we will survive and thrive. Not just survive, we will thrive
Yes.
because we can go. We've gone through things before, and we certainly can
That's
go through
right.
this.
Right.
And
And God
conti-
always bounces me back.
And
And just when I
He
think
will.
it's over, then here I come again with something else.
Right? He will. He definitely will.
Forgiveness and loving just
Yeah.
unconditionally is really what works.
And we have to give ourselves grace.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
We learned that.
Uh-huh.
Absolutely.
Yes. Yes.
Absolutely. This has been an amazing show.
So sweet.
Kitty LaBeouf.
I was so
Where
excited.
you at? Where
So
you at?
excited with your first guest. That's major what they're doing, and the
Oh, yes,
largest
the
in
Black
the country.
Spot.
Kitty
Yes.
LaBeouf.
Yes, and we're all going to work together. We all have to vote in
Oh,
New Jersey.
And
you
we're
know,
gonna
all
keep
over,
talking
but we're in
about
New
it.
Jersey.
Yeah.
And again, on our next show, next week, we are going to have a black pilot.
Yay.
He is going to bring some of his students in with him to talk about it. And I got a question I need to ask him, but so I need y'all to help me remember.
Okay.
I got a serious question I need to ask the black pilot.
Yeah. What airlines is he with you? You know?
I
Well,
think
we're
he's
gonna find
private. I
out.
think he's a
We're gonna find
private.
out all the details.
Yeah,
next,
I think
next week. You tune in, my Ruby.
Please
you
make
know
sure
I
you
will. I
tune
definitely
in.
will.
And then we are slowly creeping into May, and May is Mental Health Month.
Yeah.
We have a mental health specialist coming in the week after that who's going to talk to us about how mental health impacts the body
Yeah, that is
and
very
what we can
important.
do about it. And we will have a financial advisor coming on to talk about some of the ways, even with $1, how you can begin to save your money. And then lastly, again, federal retirement. I teach it. That's what I do all day, every day. If you want
She's
to
an
know how to
expert.
complete the retirement application, you want to know more about your benefits, you want to know about what you can do during this crazy time.
Yeah.
Should you leave? Should you stay? We could talk about that and talk about your options and your age and service eligibility requirements for retirement via a VSIP. We can talk about it.
Okay.
Excellent.
It has truly been a pleasure.
Yes, it's so much fun.
It is so
and
much
I did
fun.
miss you last week, even though
I had my cousin here.
I know. I
good
heard
show.
it was awesome.
He is
Yes,
awesome. Hi,
yes. Shout out to
Vernon.
Vernon.
Thank you.
Yes.
So whenever
yes.
she's gone, I'm calling you.
As long as he's not sitting here, he can sit over there. No, okay. I'm the mean girl. Remember?
She's the mean. You're the mean one, Shelly Grinch.
Sabrina
y'all
thinks that's
got- y'all have a
amazing.
lot of
You're the
around here.
mean one.
I'm gonna take her to karaoke.
Oh, I can sing.
We're gonna go on Tuesday
I can blow.
with Norm.
Huh?
Yeah, I see.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Yes, he's having
she's-
something.
Yeah, and Sabrina's gonna do karaoke, and I'm gonna tape her, and we're gonna
Uh-huh.
air it here on the SIT podcast.
Oh, okay. Can you sing, Sabrina?
Can I sing?
Yeah, can you sing?
My Ruby.
Sabrina does it all. So whatever you
I am
say.
multi-talented.
She does it, and we what we do, Sabrina?
Slam dunk it.
Yeah, whatever she say, whatever I say, we be like, okay.
I'm the boss.
Oh yeah, she's the boss lady,
I'm the boss.
but I'm the one with all the brains.
Okay, bossy brain. The two B's, bossy and
Bossy
brain.
brain. Bossy
Bossy
brains.
No. But no, we have a good time, right?
Yeah, we
Sabrina?
do.
And we've been, we've accomplished a lot thus far.
Yeah.
And I'm really looking forward to the future, and
Okay.
it also gives me something to look forward to on Mondays, which I appreciate.
Could I just make one announcement for myself? I just got to promote. I guess I'm bad in promoting. But if you all could watch my podcast that comes on this day, Mondays, from 4 to 5, Unapologetic Amateur, looking
Yes.
for experts in
Yes.
Africanism. What we're trying to do, we're trying to establish some normalcy in our community that reflect who we truly, really are.
We certainly will be tuning in. So that's Monday, 4 to 5.
Exactly.
Okay.
Okay, let's give my Ruby a hand clap.
I received that.
Yes, you have been so amazing
received
throughout my
that.
life for
Well,
many, many
thank
years.
you.
Ma Ruby,
Same-
give us
same
some
to you.
parting words over there. What would you like the audience to know, our community to know? Because this is
I would
our
like,
family out
that's-
there.
Yes,
thank you for saying that, because I'm getting ready to include another segment to my podcast, which is very important. And I think I want all my black brothers and sisters to try. Maybe if you haven't done it, do this. We know that they're taking everything away from our history, and
Yes.
which is so important. What I've done is establish a homeschooling, and it's just small. I got 8 or 9 of my little relatives around, and we bring them together. We
that's
and
beautiful.
created a homeschool called Williams ACAP is an acronym. William Aquivalon Cultural Academy of Plainfield. Aquivalon is the first name of Africa before they changed it to Africa. So that's a little homeschool
What's the age group?
from 0 to, but right now it's from 6 to 10.
Okay.
But any age group with what in my family's circle. But what we're going to do the last Monday of each month on my podcast, we'll bring them in and establish a little program for them so they can express themselves and let you know what they'll learn about their history.
Well, guess what? We're going to bring the kids in to see what they're learning.
Okay.
Oh,
that's fabulous.
We are going to bring the kids in.
I know,
Fabulous.
because
That
I
is
was
fabulous.
a teacher, and once a teacher, always a
Always a
teacher. And I
teacher.
do recommend that people, in addition to sending their kids to school, is to teach them at home, because the parents are
Exactly.
the first teacher.
Right.
Not
Exactly.
to let that go just
Right.
because they enter the school system.
Right.
Continue that.
Continue
Continue
with
to
that.
educate your child yourself.
Yeah, start
And
that
so
when
have
when they go
both,
out,
right.
when they
This
go
way-
out and hear some crazy stuff like what Dr. DeSantis, Governor DeSantis said about us, that we had to be brought over here to learn skills.
No.
We brought our skills over here.
Baby,
so they-
We
baby.
built the White House. We
Don't
did
make me
everything,
go through
right.
the list.
So
That's
yes,
right.
don't go through the
That's
list.
right.
Sabrina gonna have the
Don't make
list.
me
Don't
go-
don't
I
let it.
know about my
Don't let it
history.
have to go through the list.
Exactly.
I'll go through
But
my
so
list.
we did a lot, and I think our people, we have good character.
Oh,
Yeah.
And that's what I used to teach the children, even though it wasn't part of the curriculum where I
Right.
taught. I always taught character ed as a piece daily, because I think it's so important.
Yeah.
And we can continue that, continue to nurture love on each other,
Yeah.
and I think we'll be fine.
Oh, we'll
Good.
be glad.
All right, audience. Oh, why shouldn't I cry? Oh, to the black man. We love you, black man. We
Yes,
love
we
you.
do.
We
Yes,
are
we
with
love
you.
you, black man.
Yes,
we
yes,
do.
yes, yes. All right, with that being said, I guess we're going to close it out and say good night.
All right, I guess.
Good
you wanna
night,
say-
partner.
you
Good night,
wanna
Miss
say-
Ruby. I
Good
love
night.
you.
I love you too.
guys.
Take
Good night,
care.
my
You're
audience.
bless
I
you all.
love you.
Good night.
Bless you.
Kitty LaBouffe is out.
So long, now it's time to run.